Subscriber AI is a powerful platform that makes growing your channel smarter and easier. In this walkthrough, I'll guide you step by step so you can see exactly how it works. We'll start with an account setup, including how to apply your discount and add channels. From there, I'll show you how you can create scripts quickly so you can focus on producing content instead of getting stuck in planning. Next, we'll explore some other tools, from the title generator and thumbnail generator to video breakdowns and many more. Each feature will be explained on its own, so you'll know exactly what it does and how to use it in your workflow. Alright, so now to get started is that you want to go here into the website of Subscriber by using the link in the description. Because if you use that link, you would get 10% discount. Plus, it's an affiliate link, so you'll be able to support our channel if you use that. Only if you want to do it, no pressure. So once you're here, you can get started by going into the Start Creating Today to start setting up your account or login if you already have one. In the case I don't have one, I'm going to click here. And from here, you will now be able to choose on a creator plan right here. So as you can see, this is a yearly billing. So it would cost you $249. And then you could save 10 plus hours in video. And then from here, you just need to provide your contact information. So all of these are personal details. And from here, you would need to provide your payment details to successfully purchase the creator plan. And don't worry, they have the 30-day money-back guarantee, so you just need to contact them if you are not completely satisfied and would like to cancel your plan. They would give you the full refund as long as it is within the 30 days money-back guarantee period. And they would immediately refund you your funds. And I'm just going to explain what the creator plan would give you. So basically, this is built for creators who would want to scale faster without burning out. It's like having a mini creative team working behind the scenes. So you get a viral AI scriptwriter to handle attention-grabbing scripts, plus unlimited video outliers, and so you never run dry. I think this is the real value here because it would keep your content pipeline fresh and competitive. We also have voice training, which ensures that your brand feels consistent, while competitor analysis gives you the data to edge, and this would shift you from guessing to making strategic moves. On top of that, you are supported with script writing code, with school community, and even a one-on-one strategy call, which is worth $497. That personal guidance is what makes the plan feel more complete. And yeah, you also have the 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can test it all risk-free. And now, once you've provided your payment details, click on Get Started to finalize the purchase. Alright, so now once you're done with the account setup, you'll now be prompted here into the home page, and your subscription should now be all good. So you want to make sure that you are in here on this page. If you're not here yet, you can click here on channels, and then you'll be prompted here. And now you want to go and add your channel, or maybe a reference channel, competitor channel, whatever channel you'd want to add here in Subscriber that you would want to take inspiration from in creating your script. So in here, I'm going to click on Add Channel. And then we have three methods in here. So first is that I'm going to go for Connect YouTube. So it's very simple. You can just provide the YouTube channel URL or handle right here. For example, I'm going to go into YouTube and find the channel that I would want to add. For example, Danco. And basically, you can just click on the channel of Danco, and then I should now be able to see the handle, which is this one right here. So you can copy that, go back into the Subscriber, and then from here, paste, and click on Connect Channel. And now it's now going to start analyzing the channel in here. And then basically it will now start creating your audience avatar right here. So based from the channel, and then aspiring entrepreneur. And the channel resonates with aspiring entrepreneurs and young professionals aged 18 to 35 who are eager to break free from traditional job structures and pursue their passion. So as you can see, it has scanned the channel very fast. And as for this one, you could just always generate that if you don't want this as your photo for this channel that you are making. Demographics and so on right here. You can see the key questions. You could use this as your topics that you'll be creating in the video. So these are also very helpful. So basically what Subscriber did is that it scraped the top videos from the channel that we have provided and used those data to give us this stats right here, or data from the demographics, psychographics, online behavior, offline behavior, and key questions. Alright, so now next, let's go back into channels, and you could also go for the second method, which is to start fresh. So in this way, you could just provide the channel name right here that you would want. So let's say I'm gonna go for 5 minutes every day, just like that. And now you can type in who is the audience and what will you create. So you can see here that there's an example. So you can be more specific, like providing the age and then the profession right here. And then, yeah, you can provide what will you create. So as for my case, I'm just going to go for people right here because I'm going to go for all ages, as my content will be applicable for all ages. And I'm going to go for people who are looking into meditation habits, just like that. And I will create videos that will help them be more consistent with their meditation habit every day for 5 minutes, just like that. And then actually I'm gonna go for just like this one. 5 minutes every day is, I think, more correct. And now once you're done is that you can click here on create channel, and then you would now be able to create the audience avatar right here with the details that you have provided for subscriber. And as you can see, it has now created it. It's very easy, and it has suggested the overwhelmed beginner, so a busy individual seeking mental clarity and stress reduction through a manageable, low friction daily meditation practice. So this is the avatar that a subscriber has provided, and some stats in here and the key questions that we could use for the topics or however you'd want to use them. And now next we can go for the third method, which is simply by going into remix channel. So in here you can provide the channel that you'd want to remix. So I'd say I'll go for Danco again. So there it is. And then the channel name that we'll be creating. So let's say that I'm gonna go for Wisdom of Oz, maybe something like this. And then how will you make it different? So I'm gonna go for I will go for a old wizard persona in my videos. Like the voice and the words, just like that. So I'm gonna go for and the old fashioned. I'm gonna go for on the old fashioned words, just like that. And yeah, basically I just would want to make it in this style. So this is how I'll make a twist out of a Dan Kotak's style right here. So it will be different. And from here is that you can now click on create remix, and then you will now be able to start the analysis, and in just a bit it would now be able to provide you the avatar persona for your audience. So you'll have these results already. As you can see, it's very fast. So we have the modern alchemist. So this is your audience avatar, demographics, psychographics, and so on right here. So you could use this once again. Alright, now that we have added our channel, the next thing that you do want to do is now to create a script. So you can click here on new chat. And now from here, the first thing that you'd want to notice is that you can go here in the top left, wherein you could now choose the channel that you will want to use the context in creating your script. So this is very important, as this would greatly affect the script result that you will have in here. So I'm gonna go for my channel. Actually, I'm just gonna go for Danco in here. So I'd want to use the style of Danco, and in here I can go for scan my top videos, or I'm gonna go for scan the top videos on this channel and make me a list of 10 titles that could be on the top videos, just like that. So I'm gonna go for send, and you could make it something like this, and you could have that list, because the AI would be able to scrape the data on this channel in here and actually know the top videos there and use those data, as you can see right here. So based on the outlier patterns from your channel, specifically how to get ahead, change your life, and 99% of people's structures, here are 10 title ideas designed to perform like your top videos. So as you can see, it has this data right here. So it knows the top videos of the channels Danco. And in here, we can see the title and then the angle right here that we will be doing in creating the video. So for example, how to work out like 99% of people, and use the high performing 99% comparison with a specific solution to a common pain point. The only skill that matters in the AI era. So transfer the most important structure to create urgency around a timely topic, and so on. So now, once you have chosen a title in here that you are interested in, for example, I'm gonna go for this one right here. I am interested in how to build right here, how to build a 100K business with 0 employees, just like that, and make me a script for that. It's this simple. So you could go for this one, and then basically you also have these buttons in here. So you have research. So this is where you can add some more context into your script in here. So if you have some articles that you'd want to add into the knowledge of AI so that AI would be able to use those specific details that you have added, this is where you can do it. So in here, you have 4 choices on how you'd want to make this. So you can add a URL manually in here. Click on that, and then you can now add URLs in here to your research. So may it be articles that you have that is related to the title that you are making a script in. So you could add it right here, or you could also add the text directly. So you could click on that, and then you could now put it right here. And then you also have the search YouTube. If you'd want to go for YouTube videos as your reference, then you could do it right here. So yeah, just search for it right here. So for example, I'm going to go for a 100K business as my keyword, and then I can click here on search, and then it would now search from YouTube, and we would have video results right here in a bit. Here it is. Now we have this videos right here, so you can choose which one you would want to get context and use that on your script. So for example, I'm gonna go for this one right here. I'm gonna go select that. As you can see, it's now selected, and now you can click here, add videos. You can select multiple if you'd want. I'm now gonna add just that one video. And then next is that you could go for AI research. So in here, you could just research topics instead of videos. So you could go for topics in here, and then we have the suggested queries already here. So I'm just gonna go for this ones right here. I'm gonna add all 3 of them, just like that. Selected queries. We have 3 out of 3. Or you could just go and choose for keywords right here manually if you'd want. But I just want this one. I'm going to click here on start 3 researches, and it's now going to perform deep research on those articles, and we just have to wait for that. And another method that you could do is to drop the files in here. If you have a file that you would want to add as a context, this is where you can just simply drop it, or click here to scan your storage and just simply select the file. So that's it on how you would be able to add your context here on your script, which is a very helpful feature so that you'd be able to tailor your script more into your liking. Next is that we have the prompts button. So this is basically where you can get the prompt presets. So first is that you want to choose a category. Are you doing competitor research? Do you want to go for content planning, strategy planning, or video research? So in here, you can select one of these ready-made prompts so that you don't have to structure each one manually. And then basically you could also edit each prompt if you would want to change something. Like for example, I'm gonna go for content planning. So in here, I would want to create a content series about a specific topic. So you can go here. For example, I'm just gonna go for this one right here, content series planning. And then when you click on that, you will now be able to paste it right here, and it's gonna be inserted. So now it says I want to create a content series about topic. So I'm just gonna insert the topic right here. I'm gonna go for this one right here, how to build a 100K business in with 0 employees, just like that. And search for successful videos in this area, identify common outlier patterns, analyze and create a 10 video series plan titles proven formats from outliers. So you could also use it like this, and you could just edit the prompt in here if there's anything that you would want to change. So that's basically the prompts in here if you would want to get some prompt presets, and if you have the one that you exactly would want to do in here. Like for example, you would want to do create content calendar, then you can just go for this one as your base and edit it from there. So it's also very helpful, especially for beginners if you don't know how to build your prompt effectively just yet. So as for this video, I'm just gonna go and stick with one video in here. I don't want to go for that series, so I'm just gonna make my prompt again. So I'm gonna go for I am interested in the topic right here. I need a script for that, just like this one, and I'm gonna hit on send. And now from here is that a subscriber will now build a script for me on this specific topic. But before we create a script, it would need to confirm a few details to make sure the final result matches your vision. And this is also where you'd be able to see the topic, title, length, and angle. So once you're satisfied with all of this right here, like for example, how many words should we aim for? That's a very important aspect that you should consider. So I'm gonna go for the length should be an hour long, for example. So this is also another beauty here in Subscriber, because unlike ChatGPT, Claude, or any other AI platforms, chat platforms, is that they have a limit on the words or characters that would be included on the response of their AI. So in that way, it would be very limiting. But here in Subscriber, you can have a very long script right here that could go for hours and hours, and Subscriber would be able to provide that. So this is the beauty of it right here. So it's really made for scripts. So I'm just gonna go and modify the length in here, because this is the only thing that I would want to modify. So I'm just gonna go and save this right here, and I'm gonna go for a send now, and let's see what Subscriber would say. And now here it is. So now I am done with everything. So the angle, 60-minute video, and the full systems blueprint, digital philosophy, and so on right here. So I'm just gonna go for yes, I can confirm everything, or I'm gonna go for I confirm everything. Send that, and now it's gonna start making the actual script now. So you just need to wait for that. So this is the hour-long masterclass script, and it has now been created. What would you like to do next? You can refine concept through the planning questions, generate an outline, and so on right here. So we would be able to see the script on the script tab. So we can click here to view it. So as you can see right here, we now have the script, and then we can click here on open canvas. So you can just go here into script settings and make sure that you have the template correct right here. So I'm gonna go for an educational template in here for my script. You could go for others like the documentary, explainer, fictional story, depending on the category that you or style that you'd want to make it into. I'm just gonna go for educational. And here I'm gonna go for language. I'm gonna go for just English. Script length, in here you want to choose how long it is. So the longer it is, the more credits it would consume. So in my case, I'm gonna go for 10,000 words, about 60 minutes. So that would cost me 10 credits. And then you can here refine your script by answering these questions. So these are the questions by AI that you would need or that you should confirm in here. But if you don't know the answer, then you can just simply skip it if you don't have any idea. For example, here, do you want to anchor the master class with your personal 100K journey or diversified case studies? Then I'm gonna go for yes. I want to anchor this one right here. I'm just gonna copy that and paste it right here, just like that. And then yeah, you could just paste your answers in here, and then you could also go for other questions. For example, I'm gonna go for which monetization path will you prioritize as the main track? So I don't know this one. What single concrete outcome should viewers achieve 30 days after watching, like validated offer and so on right here. So the outcome that viewers should achieve after 30 days of watching should be the first 1k yeah, I'm just gonna go for the first 1k of the business, just like that. And yeah, once now you have provided all the answers that you would want to provide in here, you can now proceed into clicking here into add research. So basically that's the same one earlier. So if you haven't done this yet, then you could also do it right here. And also we have this settings in here. So you could choose the AI model that you'd want. So I'm just going to go for Claude 4.5 Sonnet. And then you can go for educational. This is the template once again that we have in here, and so on. And then the channel in here, and so on. So now I'm just going to click here on generate outline now, since we have every settings already planned out. I'm going to click here, and it's now currently generating the outline. So let's wait for it. Currently, it's at 2,800 words, and it's still going up by the second. So you just have to wait for it, and then you could actually scroll down, and you'd be able to see it being slowly built. So in here, now we have our outline. So now you can review your outline before moving into the scripting phase. So now you can just scan the whole outline in here. And if there's something that you'd want to change, you could immediately change it right here directly on this specific outline. So for example, I would want to go for this one right here. I'm gonna delete this part just like that. Then you'd be able to make the change just like that. Or maybe you would want to erase this. And now here it is. We now have it erased. So you can just do it right here. Make your edits directly. And once you're done, then you can click here on continue to scripting. But if you're not satisfied at it overall, then you can go here into clear and restart, and it would now start creating your outline once again. So I'm just gonna go into continue to scripting. And now we can now finalize in generating the script. It would now use 10 credits to generate, and the current balance that we have is 120. You could see that right here. So you want to make sure that you have enough balance. And then from here, future regenerations of the script are free. So you want to take note of that. Credits used only once per script. Retry freely. I'm now going to click here on generate the script. And now it has cost me 10 credits. So now we have to wait for it once again, and it's gonna slowly make our content or script right here. So we just have to wait for it for a bit to finish. All right, as of now, it's currently building, and we're now at 3,600 words. We can scroll down and we could see it being built slowly by the AI right here. But this is actually much faster if you do, compared to when you do it manually. So yeah, so now you can just sit back and relax as it is still making this script. All right, so now we have our script made, and we can see that we now have a total of 8,775 words, which is close to the approximate 10k words that we have chosen. And this is around 55 minutes if you create it into a video. Or if you go for a narration of this video right here. So this is worth 55 minutes as an estimate. And in here, you can now scroll down and scan everything in here. If everything looks good for you, then you would now be able to use this or make your edits right here directly if there's something that you don't want or you'd want to change. For example, this one right here, I can delete this, highlight it, and backspace. And as you can see, it has now been deleted just like that. And then the changes will be saved automatically. So you can make your edits here directly, and you have some formatting tools in here to help you format your script so it would stay organized and so on. All right, it is now done. And as you can see, it has said that it has rewritten the hook to be more direct and punchy. As you can see, it has now been changed. So yeah, you could also make your edits this way if you don't want to manually make your edits here, in the script itself. So you could also let AI make the edits for you. So that's another great feature here in Subscriber that you could use to target different parts that you would want to change. So that's it on how you'd be able to use the subscriber in making your script or editing them. Alright, so now that you have completed the script, the next thing that you can do is that you can click here on this bulb icon on the top right, wherein you could proceed into title and thumbnails. So in here, we can see that we already have the topic in here. And now we can click on generate title. So AI would generate that for us. And then we can choose among the results in here. You could also make edits directly into the title if you'd want. So I'm just going to go for this one right here. Let's see what's more interesting. I'm going to go for this one, the hidden systems. I think this is intriguing. Now we can proceed into the thumbnail and just put in your prompt in here. So in my case, it will be like this one right here. So, oops, right there. And so basically a futuristic control room glowing with holographic dashboards and so on. So you could just describe what thumbnail you have in mind and put it right here. You could also use ChatGPT for this and other AI so that you can make this prompt. And then you could also add a reference images right here or reference style for the thumbnail. If you'd want, you could click here and upload it if needed. And in here, you can go for one thumbnail that would cost 2 credits, 2 thumbnails, 4, 3 would be 5. And now I can click here on generate one thumbnail. And then it will now proceed into creating the thumbnail in here. Alright, so now here we have our thumbnail and I think it looks pretty good. So I'm going to go for this one and I'm going to go click here to expand it. And then we could now see it in a bigger view. So this is the thumbnail. And then we can now just go back. And we can now click here on download if you would want to download it and use it later on. You could also click here and edit, or you could go for AI feedback if you'd want. So this is basically where you'd be able to analyze the thumbnail and make some edits. So we have some presets right here. Replace the generic back view character, reduce, simplify the background blurring, and so on. So you could use this to improve and make those preset edits. You could also click here on edits if you would want to edit with more precision. So you could go here and make your prompt on what you would want to be changed in the image. And then you could also add reference images if needed. And you can now generate a new version. So that's how you could edit your thumbnail in here if you're not satisfied with this already. So I'm satisfied with it. So now I'm just going to click here on download and it will now be downloaded into my computer. Now you have the script, the title, and the thumbnail. What's next is the video. Once you've created that, then all that's left is to upload this to YouTube and you have now successfully made your content here using subscriber as a base in creating your script, title, and thumbnail. Alright, so now next is that I'm gonna go and dive into the other tools that is available here in subscriber. They are also very great tools. So for example, here is we have the Intel. So this is where we would be able to get research and insights so we can make smarter decisions about our content decisions. So you can search here using the YouTube or use the filters below. In here, you can go into filters and then you can go for channels or videos depending on what you are looking for in the Intel. For example, I'm gonna go for videos right here, and then you can go for the minimum views, maximum views on the filter, outlier score, duration, published language, and so on. So I'm just gonna go for something simple. So let's say how to stop procrastinating, just like that. Very simple. And I'm gonna go for multiplier score of, let's say, 10 right there. And then I'm gonna click here on search, and now it's gonna provide us videos based on our filters in here. So we would be able to save time by automating the research that would normally take hours, and this would actually reduce the risk of making videos that doesn't resonate. So I just like to go for the outlier score in here. But yeah, depending on your strategy, you can just make the filter with other options in here if needed. Alright, so now here are the results, and these are the videos that are qualified in the filters that you have set right here. We have this video right here, 3 simple tips to stop procrastinating, how to not procrastinate under pressure, and many more in here. So you can just select the video that you want. For example, this one, I'm gonna select that. And then from here, I can now preview this video, and I can remix this video and make a script out of this, just like what we did earlier with the remix a channel. So we can add a twist to the video. If you'd want that, you can click here on chat with video. So you would be provided here into the new chat, but you would now have that video as a reference right here. Break down this video, tell me what's great, what could be improved, and so on. And then you could also add your twist, make it into a old wizard style persona, or you could make it like that. So that's basically like remixing. So that's another way for you to do it. You could also bookmark it and make some get some more details about it right here. You could also go for description in here and transcript if they are available, but as for this one, we just need to load it first so that we can see the transcript on this video and so on. So that's basically how you can use Intel right here. And now we also have the tools tab here on the left menu, so you can click on that and then you'll now be prompted in here. So first, let's go into video breakdown. So now in here, you can search for the video. So there is only one video available for us right here, and from the channel of Isaac, and the niche is shorts. You could also click here on new breakdown if needed. You can just provide a link if you would want, and it will now analyze and break down the video for you. But I'm just going to go for this video as an example. I'm going to click here, and now it's going to break down the details about that video, how many views, the outlier score, topics, which is the tone, narrative techniques, shorts, instructional, the runtime, the date. You could view this in YouTube by clicking here, and it would link you directly. You could even watch the video right here, and about the video, and some more other details right here about the video. So basically breaking everything down about the video. So that's a video breakdown. Next is that we have the description generator. So in here, you can enter the video idea. So I'm gonna go for YouTube channel. So I'm gonna go for Dan Co Talks right here, and then video details. So I'm gonna go for the title. Let's say that this is how you get out of your comfort zone. Something like this one. You can click on generate description, and it will now generate the description for you in just a bit. It's currently processing, and here it is. We have the informative tone, which is this one. We have the narrative, SEO focused right here. So you would have your hashtags in here and so on. So yeah, depending on which one you would want. So most of the time, most creators go for SEO focus. So in here, you could just copy everything, highlight, and then copy, or you could click here on this button to just copy it directly, and which is even faster. Next is that we have the hooks generator. So I have now pre-filled the video idea and YouTube channel. So basically the same thing. And now it's going to generate the hooks for us. So in a bit, it will now give us the result. And now here it is. So this is where you can get a hook. So you also have some different styles in here. We have the shocking statement, question, storytelling, and so on. And once again, you can copy this if needed, and that's how you can generate your hooks. Next is that we have the keywords generator. So I'm going to go here for the video title or keywords. So once again, I'm going to go for this is how you get out of your comfort zone, and click on generate keywords. And in a bit, it will now have the results. So as you can see, we now have it right here. So we have the related keyword, and then you could view it in YouTube. So you'd be able to see the videos that has this specific keywords. So in here, get out of your comfort zone, this one right here, and some more videos that you will see here on YouTube. So this is how the keyword generator would work here in Subscriber. Next is that we have the title generator. So enter your video idea, which is up to 250 words. So for example, I'm gonna go for a video about getting out of the comfort zone, explained by the Wizard Oz. Something like that, for example. And now it's gonna generate the titles that is referenced or based on this description of the video idea that we have. Alright, so now here are the results in here. So we have a lot of title ideas, and then you would be able to see the styles that they are made in. So this is for curiosity and fear. This is for urgency or alarm. This one is curiosity or discovery, and so on. So you can click here and copy if you'd want to copy those title ideas, and make sure to save it somewhere so you could use it later on when uploading, or you could just click here and copy all if you'd want. Next is that we have the tags. So again, you need to provide your video title and then a YouTube channel right here that you'll be using as a reference. And then from here, I'm going to click on generate tags. And now the tags has now been generated instantly. So now we have this one. You could copy all of them. So you could select all of them and then copy selected. So you could copy all of them just like that. So it's that easy. Now you just have to paste this on your YouTube upload settings. Next is that we have the thumbnail grabber. So all you have to do is provide a video URL of the YouTube video. So for example, I'm going to go here to Dan Co. and then choose one of these videos in here. For example, I would want to grab this one right here. So I like this thumbnail. And now I'm just going to go click here on share and copy the link, go back into subscriber and paste it in here. Click on get thumbnails and now we have it right here. So you have different presets, medium quality, high quality. We have the default one right here, so you can copy the URL and so on. For example, I'm going to go for the high quality one. I'm going to go for copy URL, just like that. And then from here is that I can just go and paste the URL right here. And then we can now download this. You could right click, save image as, and then you'd now be able to download it into your computer just that easily. It's that simple. Next is that we have the YouTube transcript generator. And once again, is that you just need to provide a YouTube video URL, and then you'd now be able to get the transcript on that video. So once again, for example, is this one. And I'm going to go and paste it right here. Click on get transcript, and then it will now be able to get the transcript on that specific video that we have uploaded. Just like this one. It's currently formatting transcript with AI, so you just have to wait for that for an even better result. And basically, once it's done, you can click here on copy transcript, and that is where you'd be able to copy and use it on wherever you'd want. And yeah, that is basically how you can get your transcript here using the subscriber tool right here. So it's now done, and now it's now formatted and it looks even better. So you can click on copy transcript. You can also view it as raw if needed. So that's how you can get transcript here in subscriber. Alright, so now this ends our video. I have now explained everything that you would need to know here in subscriber, so you can now start using it effectively, even if you're a complete beginner. So again, you can use the link in the description if you'd want to get a discount in getting a subscription here in subscriber. If you'd want to use it, you'd be able to support our channel with that and get 10% off on your purchase. So that's it. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.